What's up, well, I just had a quick video. I was going to do just a rebuild of the Xmaxx shocks. I realize, there's plenty of them done on YouTube, but had a couple things here that, a couple of good little tips. And I'm only going to rebuild like one or two, see if we can't get something done. And I am. You might be able to see it a little bit, but this shaft is bent. This is the brand new one, and before I rebuild the brand new one, I want to show you guys something that I feel is very important that does come from the racing side of things, a lot of it anyway. This green slime, basically it's just O-ring grease. It's a special grease for the O-rings and all these little rubber grommets and O-rings in the shocks. It will definitely help the shock not leak as much if you put some of this on it. It really helps with, building a shock and getting it going and having everything slide nice and smooth in there. And you definitely want that, because here I'll show you in just a minute what I did when I was not rebuilding the shock. I was basically just changing out the oil and checking them out before I had all my new parts in, and I put one back together, and I'll show you. I made a mistake, put it together wrong, something I knew better, knew not to do. What I did, I took apart the other one without taking this apart. I went to just ramming this right on. And what I did, these threads and this little lip right here caught one of the seals on the inside and ripped it. And when I put it back together, I kind of had an idea it probably was leaking when I was cycling through the shock, but I went ahead and put it all together anyway, and it was definitely leaking. Go ahead and put that through there. This O-ring, it's this O-ring that I had ripped when I put it in there. Put the little clip. These black pistons, I think these are the stock ones that come on the Xmaxx. This comes in the kit too, the blue ones. The blue ones, the piston holes, if you can see, are just a little bit smaller. And that's gonna give you a little bit more resistance over larger jumps. I do wanna put these in, but I'm not gonna put them in until I have a whole set. So right now, I'm just gonna put in the regular pistons. Always a great tool to have is a pair of shock pliers. Snug that up. I've got a little heavier weight in the rear, so it keeps it from squatting not as fast, about like that. It's pretty good. So cycle it, make sure everything's good, get all those air bubbles out. 45 will be in the front, 50 will be in the rear. To let all the other air bubbles release, I'm going to put the bladder right here on top. This is the rear, so I'm gonna, and I always mark my shock shafts, or my shock, the tops of them. I got 50 on it, that's what I'm gonna put in there. This easily wipes off with brake cleaner. So when you go to put different oil in it, you can wipe it right off like an eraser and write it right back on there. But this is really important if you're gonna use different weight oils. Almost all the way, unscrewed a little bit. And here there's a little bleeder hole. If you can see it, the little bleeder hole is right there. Just gonna take, and this one, wow, I might have got this one. Oh, there's a little bit. I'll leave it up to the top. You're gonna screw it down, or you can see it kind of bleeding out the hole a little bit more. Good. That's good. Check the rebound, if there's any. There's 0 rebound. That's what I'm looking for. Now, if I would have pushed this shock up in here and let it go, and the shock shaft comes out by itself, I don't want that on these type of big Xmaxx shocks. All right, guys, that's it. Hope that can be maybe a little help in some small way. Again, I love this stuff, and I love the RC community, and I really appreciate you guys watching. And comment on anything if you want. I will answer anything. Thank you. See you later.